rider to watch out for this year then?
Me.
Remember Bob, super guy, hell of a racer, who got stuck in whatever. The famous big names, who would be in there? Joyce, following of late husband Bob, who was a real character in the paddock and a darn good racer who could mix it with the best. So I'd like to thank you all for your support this weekend. Obviously we've got lots more to come this afternoon, so please stay around the wedding with us any day for this Scarborough.
Mount is back and running at full capacity after a couple of difficult years. And to kick off the 2023 season, we're here for the Bob Smith Spring Cup, where the riders can showcase their new livery for the season ahead. Come join us and watch all the action that is Oliver's Mount.
Don't be talking Yorkshire though.
Yorkshire.
Would you like to play a game?
All right, Jigsaw. Yeah, let's go for it.
Are you scared?
Not a chance.
Right, so you know how word association works?
No. Do you say a word? First thing that pops in my mind.
Correct.
Go for it. Right.
Oliver's Mount.
Ice cream.
High side.
Painful.
Inspiration.
That's an answer.
Rival.
Every single one of them.
Sidecar.
Great.
Sponsor.
Please.
Moto E.
Bunnies.
Favourite rider.
Me dad.
Least favourite rider.
No, I was about to say me dad again. No, I'm going to say me dad actually, because every time he's on track, I get more worried than he gets worried about me. So it's a bit of a paradox.
Yeah. Helmet.
Mirror. Mirror.
How do you feel to be back at Oliver's Mount when it's full capacity back to normal?
Obviously, it's great to be back. They struggled a couple of years ago, there was the building regulations, obviously, with the council. The good thing is we're back on the grid, which is fantastic.
And you've just won a race.
Fluke, some would say, but not to me. I'm over the bloody moon.
What would you say to families that would like to come? Is it a family day out?
100% a family day out, but bring a walking stick and a rope, because it's a hell of a steep hill that this is built on. You know what I mean? Now, apparently, all the way to the top of there's the burger bar. And
I ain't walking now.
But the mad thing is, as far as the Oliver's Mount diet's concerned, that is the only burger in the world where you'll burn more calories going to it. And then on the way back down. It is literally a dietitian.
So, are you going to be here every round, Oliver's Mount?
Hopefully. I think a few of the rounds, unfortunately, clash with the BSB. So it's, the BSB lads want to come here, like Lee Johnson, Dean Harrison, Jamie Coward, even he's stepping up to the BSB. And unfortunately, with the road closures that are in place for Scarborough, it's not their fault. It's the fact that the political ties make the calendar clash, which is unfortunate, because everyone wants to come here. Everyone enjoys Oliver's Mount. But, we've only got one summer and we have to share it, which is a damn shame.
What's the favourite thing about Oliver's Mount?
It's the fact that it is the pioneer of road racing in England. We don't have anything else. And the fact that it keeps getting dealt a shit hand, pardon me language. It constantly gets dealt a bad hand, but it keeps coming back and keeps coming back. And more importantly, the people of Scarborough, you know, they want the event to keep continuing. It brings in revenue, everyone gets to enjoy themselves, and that is so important to have in racing. It's the fact of, like, a lot of people see as motorcycle racing is very selfish, but wait till you come here and you'll see a community, and it's just so important to have that, and you can have a giggle. I've just met you today and we're already laughing. Well, I am. You're just...
I'm shocked. I'm traumatised.
But you know, you need that, and when everyone comes here, they always come back.
Yeah.
So give it a go, you know what I mean? Get the kids off the Xbox, kick the dog a couple of times and get yourself down here.
What dogs are
I've
you
got two
kicking?
dogs. Oh, I've got a bull mastiff, he's like that.
Yeah.
You have to kick him to get his nerve endings going. Come on, son. He's a hell of a... Tell me now. Wait till I bring him.
I might ring RSPCA.
No. You need a... No, not my dog.
So we've got Joey Thompson here. What's it like being back at Oliver's Mount?
Cold and damp. Well, this morning it was anyway. But no, it's good to be back here racing around our local track, and look forward to tomorrow. Hopefully the weather's good and we'll have some fun. Last year we got a good result here on a standard bike. It's just, it's good to be back. It's always been a good race of mine because it's local. I only live like 30-40 miles down the road, so all my pals and whatnot and local sponsors come to watch. So yeah, it's great for me, and I've always seemed to go all right round here. Today's been quite good. We've had a first and a second on the 250 and the 600, so it'd be nice if we can go one better on the 600, but Herbertson's going really well and the bike's really good as well, so yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings. What
are your plans for the 2023 season?
The plans are Oliver's Mount, the Northwest 200 and the Isle of Man TT. If the Ulster goes ahead, that'll be great because I really like the Ulster, but I think we're still a bit unsure of to whether that's going or not, and we're back here for the Gold Cup as well, so yeah, got a busy season ahead. Not doing any British Championship anymore, which is a bit of a shame because it really does sharpen you up when you come here, and it's always a lot easier to ride around here after you've been racing week in, week out at BSB, but we just don't have the budget to do that at the moment, and like I say, enjoying me racing again, just here to have a laugh, me, my dad and Eddie and my sponsors and whatnot, so loving it.
And you can tell just from walking around the paddock that it is like a really family-friendly feel. What would you say about the paddock here at Oliver's Mount?
Well, every paddock you've got some arseholes, but I ain't going to say who they are. But no, the majority of the people in here are sound, and you know, they'll help you out if you need anything, and we'll help them if they need anything, and you know, yeah, it's great. And like I say, I love Oliver's Mount, and the majority of the people here are sound.
Who would you say is the rider to watch out for this year then?
Me.
Yeah, so I'm Dom Weeden. That's all I can say.
From?
From Maidstone. I'm 29. I've been here a few years now. I think I was probably 20, 21 when I first came here. So no, probably younger than that actually. It was probably 18. So I know my way around here now. I'm definitely not a newcomer anymore. And I've done some laps for sure.
And you've just completed a lap now. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so P3 seems to like me a lot today. So I've got 2 bikes here. I've got the R6, Club 77 R6, and the Club 77 SRAD 750, which we've been building for probably last 2 years or so. And it's finally come out for its first little outing this weekend. And yeah, qualified P3. I missed the morning warm-up on that bike. Went straight out in qualifying, first time out on it, qualified P3, so that was brilliant. And then, yeah, so I finished third in the 600 race. I felt I could have done a little bit better in that because I got an awful start, drop right back.
What made you start awful?
To be honest, the drop off the line was good. I got off the line really well and then just got bullied so bad, like on the first two or three corners. And yeah, 2 or 3 riders sort of came past me and I was like, no, I'm not having this. And then, so I kind of got caught up in a battle that I didn't really need to be in because I felt like I probably had the pace to battle with like the first 2. So by the time I got past him, the gap had already formed, so I settled for third. And then on the classic superbike, on the SRAD, yeah, I just straight from the off, I was just quick on it and finished third in the race, but I was closing down first and second. Unfortunately, it got red flagged because a rider dropped some oil down. But
was that the red flag? Took quite a while.
Yeah, and it was a bloody pain because I was closing up second, and I had second. I was lining him up for a last lap move, and then yeah, that came out. But I set the fastest lap of the race, so
nice.
Yeah, so I should be on pole for tomorrow. So first time out on the bike, I cannot complain with that at all.
So the races that you race in?
Yeah, so it's the RST 600cc race. That's on the Club 77 R6, and it's the Motul Classic Superbike on the SRAD.
Yeah. So you've done a fair few laps of Oliver's Mount. What would you say the best thing about Oliver's Mount is? It can be from the track to the paddock to the people.
All of the above. Everything you just said. The track's just awesome. Like there is no circuit like this. It's no road race you go to is like Oliver's Mount. It's just unreal.
How so?
Just the fact that it's built on the side of a mountain, you know, and you're going up and down. It's hairpin after hairpin after hairpin, and I don't normally like hairpins. I find them really boring, but here there's something different about them. It's all the lumps, bumps, the Jeffries jumps down there that you do is always good for the spectators. Yeah, we're doing big wheelies, big jumps over there, and just the atmosphere. The paddock's brilliant. I've been coming here so many years and obviously I'm from down south, that I sort of come up here and I see everyone like it's all a big family, and I hardly talk to these people in between, you know, but then they come here and I see them and it's like, you know, coming home, you know, so I love it. For years and years and years I've just felt like there's something missing in my life, because for so many years before that there was 4 meetings here and I was really building up some momentum and getting a real good feeling for it. And then obviously with COVID and the other delay that we had because of the buildings here, yeah, it was just I missed it like mad. And then so this year I'm really looking forward to 4 meetings again. It keeps me busy, you know. It keeps me something to look forward to, you know.
So we've got Lizzie with us. Thank you for your time. Hello.
Hello, nice to see you.
So you've just completed a race in the Oliver's Mount. Is that your first race?
Yeah, that's my very first race, so I'm kind of not a newcomer anymore, but I am at the same time. It was the first race and first weekend. But
How was your first lap?
this morning it was interesting. Obviously, I'm used to there being a little bit of runoff if you're going to fall off or things aren't so close.
Yeah.
But no, it was definitely an eye-opener, and we had to make a few changes to my bike just there in the back with the steering, because I'm used to having to steer so wide, and there's a few hairpins here that it's like you're on the lock and you can't turn anymore, so you're sort of like tootling around this corner.
Yeah, I saw you go out this morning in like groups of 3 with a tutor. Like, how did you find that?
I mean, I'd love to have had a tutor because everyone sort of disappeared and did their own laps, but I prefer it sort of making my own way around, learning it myself. It's always useful to follow someone, but when you're trying to figure something brand new out, sometimes I like doing it on my own.
Okay, so have you done much road racing? This is the first race racing, or?
This is the first one. I turned 18 in November, and yeah, this is the first one, but it is the starting point of something quite huge, I think.
So how did you get into racing?
Pretty much my dad took me to a pit bike track in 2017, early 2017, probably late 2016 maybe, to watch. And then he was like, I want to have a go at this. So he bought me a bike, and I went out and just started doing a few track days. Started riding Easter 2017, and 6 odd years later.
And now you're road racing.
Yeah, to be fair, I never thought this would be what I'd be doing. I sort of looked at the TT and went, that is not for me. And then as I grew up, it was like, actually, looks pretty cool.
So now you're thinking about doing TT this year?
Not this year, no. It's just a bit of I've only just turned 18, so maybe when I'm 25, 2027 that'll be, I think. Maybe a bit later in the year.
You never know, you might learn really fast and want to go earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some sort of good people around me to keep my head right. I mean, I've got my crew chief, Andy. My rider, yeah, that's Andy there. My rider coach thing. My rider.
Who's that?
I don't know. my rider. My rider. How do I say his mentor? Yes. Dom Herbertson. He dragged me over earlier. Yeah. But they're all sort of pointing me in the right direction to do the right things.
So would you say it's a friendly paddock then? You're getting tutoring from all different people?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's way more friendly than sort of BSB. And I'm not saying BSB's not friendly, no. But compared to BSB, it's like a little family paddock, really.
So we just need to state the obvious and say that you are the youngest female to compete at Oliver's Mount.
See, I didn't actually know that until I came this weekend. I thought I was going to be the youngest of the meeting at least, but
no, youngest female to ever compete in Oliver's Mount.
The thing is, that's not a title that could be broken really easy unless it's like by 18 and 1 day.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly that.
And I will be honest, there's a lot. I don't really know any other girls that are my age, like my generation, my grid, that want to do any sort of road racing. So it's like, not that I know of anyway.
No, there isn't many girls in motorsport, and there is a massive push now. Look, there's 2 females on camera now. What would you say to girls that are wanting to get into motorsport in the same position you were in?
I wouldn't say do it this way. Don't go here, because you'd probably scare the pants off yourself straight away. Yeah. But definitely don't ever be scared of what any other little boy's going to say to you, because it doesn't matter. Like, you're there doing exactly the same as what they're doing, and you can do exactly what they can do, just
maybe even better.
Maybe even better. Depends.
Right, well, thank you very much for your time, and we will definitely be speaking again throughout the season.
Yeah, no worries, thank you for talking to me.
The paddock and a damn good racer. Well done. In second place, it was Rob Hodgson. And now the young man of the race, young Joy Thompson. And he's getting taller, you know, he's growing. In third place, it was Dashing Dominic. Hey, I'm going to have to watch these two. In second place, Rob Hodgson. Yes, up the stairs, you can do it, come on. She's sticking there. Good to see.
Congrats on your win.
Thank you very much. Thank you, appreciate it.
One mic between three people is going to be a bit of a challenge, but I'm sure we'll manage it. So, who is the driver and who is the sidecar passenger?
I'm the driver. I'm the passenger.
Lovely stuff. How do you guys feel to be back at Oliver's Mount for the first time? It's been a rough couple of years, but now we're back at fully swinging.
Yeah, it'll be good to get going here and get a full season under our belt. It's been kind of broken seasons and one meeting here. So to get 4 solid meetings in place in the calendar for us is really good, proper good.
And yourself?
Yeah, same as what Lee said really. It would just be good to get 4 meetings under our belts here. I mean, I come back for the first time in a while last year, so it's been a while since I've been here, so it's good to come back and do it regularly again.
How come it's been a first time in a while then?
Because the person who I race with majority of the time doesn't do Scarborough. So I was doing it with my brother, then my brother's retired racing, and then he found a permanent passenger. So I've been away from the place for a little while, and then Lee was stuck last year, so asked me if I'd be interested in coming, and I've been back since.
So you two, this is going to be your first full season together then, is that right?
In a sense, yeah, with what we're doing, it's the first time we'll have a full year package in place with the two of us, yeah.
So is it quite difficult to find sidecar passengers then?
It is at the level that we're doing it at around here, and even on circuits. I mean, Lee's one of the best drivers in the country, in the world really, on the F2. One of the top 3 riders, I'd say, in my opinion. And to be able to passenger at that level, it's a different kind of game. You've got to really understand what you're doing and really be on your A game all the time.
I do get absolutely flabbergasted when I see people doing sidecars because I don't think you get enough credit for what you do. It's very, very hard on the body. Would you say so?
Yeah, well, a lot of people just think you just sit and hold on, but it's not the case at all. I mean, this is one of the most physically hard tracks to passenger in the country. I mean, it's unreal the amount of strain this place puts on your body with the heavy braking and the very harsh, aggressive corners and aggressive acceleration. It is a very hard circuit to passenger, very hard on your body.
Would you say, do you have anything to add to that?
There's nothing like Oliver's Mount. From what this place provides, from spectators, even the teams and where we are in the paddock, there's nothing like this. It's one of a kind, and I'm really glad that it's back on the market now, and we can keep coming here and support Andy, and the whole team here. And we're fortunate enough that we've got a great team around us of individuals who make this happen. Everything from sponsors to team members. Jake brings some team members with him. Big Dog Blow and Tim, Jamie. There's loads of us, Mike. It's a big team effort here, so I'm glad we're back on.
So what makes Oliver's Mount for you so special?
I think once you've come here a few times and you perfect the art of Oliver's Mount, you can push the limits and probably a little bit beyond. It just takes that one little thing to go wrong, which is kind of the driving motivation here. So, me and Jake, this is our first time, my first time back on an F2 in 2023, and our first time back here this year. So we left last year undefeated still, and that's how we want to keep it. So we're going to try and hunt the lap record down and keep working together to do it. So watch this space.
What is the lap record currently?
Oh, I don't know.
You want to beat it, but you don't know.
53.495. 1 minute 53.495.
Do you know what it is?
Exactly what you just said.
All right, it is exactly what it is then.
A couple tenths.
Would you boys say that sidecars get enough publicity?
Yeah, do you know what? I think Andy does a really good job of this. It's definitely an area from where he's located at Hebden Bridge, I think it is. There's a local Ramsden team there. So he does push sidecars, and that's something I always say. He does care for sidecars. He gives us the laps. He gives us the track time. Yeah, 1,000,000%.
And just for content, Andy's the guy that owns Oliver's Mount. What would you say about the publicity with the sidecars?
I think what Andy does here is amazing, really. I mean, a lot of the club stuff we do, like the British Championship, there isn't really any publicity. Here, you only have to look on social media. The site is full of sidecars. The programme's usually got a sidecar on the front cover. You can tell he's a bit of a sidecar man himself, so we do get a good sort of coverage here, and we appreciate it because we don't really get that everywhere else.